Honorable Jackson Kosgei, you want to say something on this?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. On the onset, I support the ratification of the African Finance Corporation. Mr. Speaker, it has been prosecuted by colleagues who have spoken before me, giving details on the content of the bill itself. It has been said that it is not great wealth in the few individuals that proves a country is prosperous, but great general wealth evenly distributed among the people raises a nation. Colleague has just mentioned earlier on about the development of Europe immediately after the two devastating wars in 1918 and the one for 1940s. They regrouped as nations and said, we want to develop Europe. They had a dream to have a garden, although they considered the rest of the world as a jungle. But then they said it was not going to be possible when every individual country would develop infrastructure for their own country using their own resources, unless they brought them together. Mr. Speaker, in 1947, they started the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development. It was later to be known as the World Bank. It played a very crucial role in the reconstruction of Europe. So much that you have visited, if you have, any of us have a chance to travel, you find that infrastructural development in Europe is the same amongst all the nations. In fact, right now they have a visa that when you get one visa from one corner in Europe, you can use it across, of course, minus Britain, that moved out. Mr. Speaker, when it was studied by many scholars as to how they succeeded to make sure, because it is easy to discuss, we ratify a treaty and remains in our archives, or it goes slow. There are three things that made Europeans to develop, and studies show, Mr. Speaker, that number one, they were guided by the solidarity of purpose. We must agree that there is no one who will develop Africa except ourselves. And this was the dream of our fathers who fought for independence and self-rule and our dignity as Africans. The second thing that came out very clearly, studying and looking into the motivation behind the European nation, was a sound fiscal policies in their own countries, where they became intentional in the correct collection of revenues, use of their revenues to meet their recurrent expenses, and development and payment of debts. They were very serious and timely. And finally, Mr. Speaker, is that the European nations were guided by national pride. What you are seeing now emerging again. It is our appeal, as we pass this at an appropriate time, we must be proud to be ourselves, and we must be proud of our continent, Mr. Speaker, and work as a team and have to be guided by patriotism and the love of our own country. With that, I support the motion. Thank you.
Thank you. For Garissa Town.